What's up, guys? We're back with another video. You already know who it is. It's the real Zaki. So I know you guys have been wanting the part 2 for the 66K in about 14 to 20 days. I know I've been lacking on the uploads, but we're back to it. You guys have been asking me exactly how I did it, what I went through, and I told you guys I'd go through the exact process to the T, how to get to this level. Let's get right into the slideshow. How did I make 66K in 20 days via Shopify and only using Instagram influencers? That's kind of remarkable. A lot of people think it's unreachable and don't think it's possible. I'm pivoting over to Facebook ads as we speak so I can scale and move higher to bigger numbers. How did I do it and what process did I go through to do it exactly? We start off with research, asking what does the market want? That's the one thing that people try to force upon the market. They choose what the market wants and they want the market to approve what they want. Well, it doesn't really work like that because the market doesn't give a what you want, what you care about, right? Finding the right product is probably the most important thing and the hardest part for a lot of people, but I think a lot of people just overthink it. When you guys get the process down, it's gonna be like clockwork and you guys are gonna just be recycling products, going through things, making money, going in and out and just making thousands of dollars, and that's exactly what we're gonna do as a family together. People kind of do it the wrong way. They need to start reverse engineering, right? They need to look at what's already selling, work backwards and get all the way to the beginning point and thus finding their product. A lot of people ask me, is the horse niche going to sell? Is the fishing niche is going to sell? Baby niche? All these niches sell. But if there's one thing that a lot of you guys need to learn, what is the cost of entry of getting into these niches, right? It's a lot cheaper to get into maybe the bracelet niche instead of going into the shoe niche and competing with giants and sharks like Nike. So that's one thing I want you guys to keep in mind. What is the cost of entry? Is it going to cost me $100,000 to get in? Or is it going to cost me $100 to get into this niche and start making money, right? They wouldn't exist if people aren't making money, because at the end of the day, it's all a business, right? After finding the right product, so catching a good trend and how to do it. Go across big Instagram pages, go look what kind of content is popping and what people are reacting to and what people are engaging with. If people are engaging with it, that means they want to buy it and they want to engage with a brand and they want somebody to sell them something, to be honest. After like catching a trend, when you're trying to catch a trend, you definitely want to look at what's selling and what's slowly starting to blow up. What kind of has that trendy look? Like, remember the fidget spinners? What kind of has that trendy virality look to it? Like, it definitely has to have viral marketing behind it, which would be a viral video. Go on Facebook, go check out what has hundreds of thousands of views, what's growing at a rapid rate. If it has hundreds of thousands of views in a day, that definitely means it's kind of viral, right? Next thing you want to go over is making a plan. So there's a lot of people that go into it blind. They just go DM one influencer, it doesn't work, and they stop after finding their product and everything. Well, it doesn't really work like that. You want to niche down and kind of categorize what influencers and what category everybody is in, and then slowly start to write it down and make a plan and start the process, right? So start with the cheapest influencer and then move your way up to bigger influencers and then start copying what other people are doing and just replicate the process. One thing that I think I should have mentioned earlier before all of this, right, is does it have potential? Does the product that you're trying to sell have potential to be a $100,000 product? If yes, then you should focus 100% on it. If it doesn't and it only has potential to be a $10,000, $20,000 product, try to diversify your thoughts and your mind and your thinking capacity into other niches and different stores, right? So next thing that you want to go through after going through the whole product stage and making the plan and everything is how to find influencers. How do you find influencers? Finding influencers. So that's one thing a lot of people have a challenge with, is finding the influencers themselves. Finding influencers that match your product. That's definitely something you want to keep in mind. You definitely want the content and your product to be similar, and you want your audience to be super relatable and close in demographic age. Next, you want to definitely, this is a tool that I use personally, or I used to use personally, that definitely helps out in the whole search, is Webstagram. It's a desktop Instagram search. So you type in a keyword or a hashtag that relates to your niche and pops up a bunch of all these different kinds of categories and different pages, celebrities, theme pages, meme pages, niche pages, all the kind of things that you guys would need to start a successful business in dropshipping on Shopify in the e-commerce world. It's just about putting all the pieces together. At the end of the day, you guys need to realize that this is a team effort. I think I mentioned this in my most viral video. It's a team effort. Having one player that does all the work is cool, but you definitely need 4 role players. You need 1 superstar, which would be your product, and you need the outside to come together, the 4 other players, let it be basketball or whatever it may be. You need it to come together and become that starting 5 and become that championship winning team. So if you're missing one little thing, that definitely does limit you and does not help your progress and your sustainability. So the third thing when finding influencers, you want to look into all options. You want to look into theme pages, meme pages, niche pages, personal brands. Personal brands are definitely overpriced compared to other pages, but it definitely is worth it if you're looking for a longevity and looking for a long-term business. After finding your influencers and going over all that and you have X, Y, and Z done, you want to get into the scaling aspect. When scaling, there's only so many people you could DM in a day, right? If you're making $1,000 to $2,000 a day, is contacting influencers you personally every day worth it? If you have a good system set in place. But now it's time to start hiring people to start doing the tedious work for you. So if you hire a virtual assistant at $2 or $1 an hour to DM 100, 200, 300 people a day, is it worth it? Absolutely, because then you have X amount of people, potential influencers that you could be able to work with and scale your business, right? And number 2 would be DMing over hundreds and emailing accounts. If you find something that works, definitely want to keep it going and keep the ball rolling and keep it moving, because you don't want to settle and stop right where you are, right? You want to just look at what works. If this page worked, then this page must work, because they share a similar audience, they have the same content, they have the same X, Y, and Z. So last but not least is doubling down on what works. A lot of people have asked me, how do you get to insane numbers? Everybody that's doing hundreds of thousands, all the way to millions of dollars a month is doing the exact same thing, is doubling down on what works. So you just keep doubling down on what works and just keep moving in an exponential matter, and thus would become a successful dropshipping store. I hope you guys found a lot of value in all of this and found a lot of content and things that you guys found valuable in general. I promise you guys would be bringing the craziest content. You already know it's the real Zaki. You found some value, definitely drop a comment about what I should record next and what I should talk about next. I already promised you guys starting November 1st, we're doing 30 days. Every single day we're doing some content. So stay tuned for that. We're definitely going to be going crazy. We're going over the top. I'm talking 7 days a week, 24/7. We're going to have the most fire content, because we're the biggest. We're going to be the biggest family on YouTube. If you haven't subbed, definitely hit the subscribe button. Definitely drop a thumbs up, and definitely hit the notification bell, because why would you want to not miss the live streams, the fire content that's coming, all that stuff all around, right? So we have the craziest stuff coming. I hope you guys are ready. Let's go. Let's get it. Zaki's out.